Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Negative Alpha Bravo. And this is 7 November Golf. Roger, request you check your Romeo side. I'll go ahead and check my Tango side. 7 November Golf out. November 8 and 8 class 7 November, say again. 7 November, go. Roger, I copied a while ago, 1 Charlie transmission that my can use and 8 5, this is 7 November, Charlie. 8 5, Roger. Now 1 Charlie, 7 November, go.
This is 1 Charlie, reference to your last, you're Brandon, what you get, extra 5 stars, 1200 between teams, and local. Also request your unit take extra Nexus to see if we can try to get 59 and 8 for pause at the playground.
And this is 7 November, Roger, stand by.
Got that.
Got it? Alright. And all units, this is 7 November Golf, my unit Alpha, Echo, X-ray Alpha Alpha in there.
One Charlie, Alpha Bravo.
Yeah, I never took a dip.
Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Whiskey 9, Yankee, 7 November Golf, over. Whiskey 9, go. Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Whiskey 9, Yankee, 7 November Golf, over. Whiskey 9, go. Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Negative Alpha Bravo. And this is 7 November Golf. Roger, request you check your Romeo side. I'll go ahead and check my Tango side. 7 November Golf out. And 8 class 7 November, say again. 7 November, go.
All right. Welcome to another stream. Let me unpin this. Go to CivDivOnline.com for VA disability help. Free. Okay. That's about the best I can come up with off the top of my head. Pin that, and let's get these questions rolling in. Y'all know how it is. All right. Michael C., thank you for being a member. Thank you for coming to the stream. I appreciate that. And Robert W., thank you for being a member. So smash the like button. Definitely appreciate that. Do you get value from this channel? Like, share, do all the things. It would be really cool to get the word out. Okay. Rebecca, waving from East Texas. You know that... okay. Forrest Gump meme. Okay, can anyone help me fill out TDIU form? I will have a CMP on Thursday. Yes. Go speak to a VSO. Okay. Let me fix my thing here. It's all jacked up. Go speak to a VSO. That's who can help you fill out your form. All right. Thanks again. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, without veterans, there's no stream. No one asks any questions. There's no stream. So thank you. Appreciate that. Kellyan, thank you very much, man. Keep me updated with your situation. I definitely want to know what that turns out to be. But thank you. Seriously. Appreciate that. John Kelsey says, good afternoon. Thanks for getting on today. Yeah, no worries, man. Can you explain the process of VR&E? Yeah, so applying for it's super easy, right? Qualify, 10%, service connected minimum. to apply, super easy. It takes like 10 minutes to go online, va.gov, do some research. It takes 10, 15 minutes to apply. Once you apply, you're gonna have an appointment with I'm gonna say caseworker. I don't know the term there. Okay, but a caseworker will review you, speak with you in person or online or in per person, and you have to show how your disabilities and current education and skills prevent you from employment, right? VR&E is an employment program, not an education program. Can you be educated through VR&E? Yes, but remember the goal is for employment. All right, Harmon Group Media Partners. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't see a question. Huge supporter. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. If you have a question, let me know. Put it down. If there's a business I can promote, let me know. Okay. Veteran owned, of course. Good afternoon from Cali. What's up? One of my friends just messaged me. He just got 100%. Lives in California, so I just talked to him about their veteran benefits. That happened like 1 minute ago. So, well, I guess 10 minutes ago because it was before the stream. H. Bates. If you have the service event on record, the diagnosis is the Nexus or DBQ needed. Nexus is always needed. DBQ is always needed. Okay. The DBQ is the foundation of the Nexus. It looks like what you're diagnosed for and the severity of your symptoms. Before that, there's a section all the way at the top that talks about the evidence reviewed. Okay. The Nexus takes the DBQ, gives the opinion of hopefully at least as likely as not, or more than likely, or due to create service connection. So the answer is yes. If you have the in-service event, you are like 90% above of most veterans who submit VA claims. So you're heading in the right direction. All right, Daryl Watts. Even though I'm 100% PNT, should I go ahead and file for the PACT Act? For what? You know, if one of those conditions are going to kill you, sure. If being granted one of those would push you into an SMC scale, then sure. If not, I mean, you're PNT. If you're not looking at the SMC scale at all, there's really no reason to. All right, thank you. Yep. Hello from Idaho. Potato World. Yep. Land of the potatoes. That's all I know of Idaho. Sorry. But thank you very much for tuning in. B-Buck, what's up? How's it going? For anyone who doesn't know, B-Buck, about a year and a half ago, it seems like, maybe a year ago, donated a Nexus letter from Dr. Sharma to a veteran. We had a drawing, we had a live stream, did all of that. It was great. That veteran would end up being service connected. I want to say 100%, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. And then since then, if you look in the description of all my videos, you'll see B-Buck's website. He has a in-home, small business just making stuff. He made me some coasters that are at the house right now. And so if you want to support a veteran on the local level, there you go. Hello from Fairfax. What's up? How's it going? Yes, I'm also in Fairfax. I'm in a hotel right now, but my house is in Fairfax. And yeah, man, the Virginia bill sucks. It sucks. Okay. I missed that member chat. I don't know why it didn't pop up. Okay. Let me go see if I didn't miss anyone else. Nathaniel McKinney, thank you for being a member. It was cold enough for frost on the windows this morning, East Idaho. Oh, that sucks, dude. That ruins my day. Option C, thank you very much for being a member. Appreciate that. Always come to the live streams. All right. Mark Bamba says, hi, how to calculate VA pay and drill pay. I have 6 days of drill pay every 3 months. I'm at 70%. Yeah, so whatever amount you get for drill, you would just subtract that from whatever you get from the VA. Okay. If you want to put that into savings, if you want to do, if you depend monthly on that VA check, that might be something you want to consider. But at the end of the day, the VA is just going to take it out at the in the following year. Okay. Rick Alfaro says, if you file for mental health, can I file for depression secondary to severe? If you have, same. Okay. If you're already service connected for mental health or any of the 1,000 things below mental health, it's all the same. You actually file for the increase. If you're talking like you're not service connected for mental health and you're asking about depression secondary, you absolutely can do that. You're going to need very strong evidence and a solid CMP examiner, right? Like depression secondary to a lumbar spine injury. Mark Bamba, so should you stop it or keep both? Here's what I did. I was in the reserves for 2 years during COVID, which I didn't do a single thing. And once I had to quit. That just wasn't for me. But you can do one or two things. Either let it ride out and just let the VA take it out of the following year, or two, opt to not be paid for drill pay. You would do that through your one. I'm not sure what that looks like for other services. I know for the Marine Corps you can do that. And you have to figure that out. Yep, CivDiv veteran team in the house. Yep, we're here. I'm actually creating a CivDiv team. I'm going to call it First Sit CivDiv, and it's going to be veterans conducting one-on-one meetings with everyone who supports the channel. If you need help, they'll be there. Right now, I have 2 for sure. There's about 30 people that signed up. I have 2 for sure that I know are down and capable. And so more to follow on that, just kind of getting that rolling. I got a lot of stuff happening. So Greg says hello from Iowa. What's up, Greg? Right. Caitlin Clark. That's what I think about Iowa. Right. Although I know she's on the Pacers now. All right. Jeffrey Hawk says, finally made it to alive from South Dakota. I didn't even know people lived in South Dakota. Right. That's a joke. And then Nemo, thank you for being a member, says, recently had VA doctor's visit that was not documented in the VA system. This is the second time that this happened. What should I do? I would just talk to your primary care. What does that look like? Saying, hey, every time I look on my blue button report, I don't see any evidence that we spoke. I don't see this in my medical records. Why is that? Okay, that's where I would start. Killian's hoping to get there soon. Yep, I am too, for sure. Hoping that for you too. All right, Terrence Tolliver says, can VSO assist with connecting secondary claims? Will they assist with securing DBQ and Nexus letters? It's very rare to find that, okay? For instance, Dale K. Graham Veterans Foundation, they have their network of IMO and DBQ providers. They've already negotiated the price to have a lower rate through Dale K. Graham, okay? That's definitely not the norm. Can you go out and, find a private Nexus, private DBQ? You absolutely can. Can you bring that evidence to the VSO when they submit the claim? Whether that's secondary or not, doesn't matter. Sure. Okay, but the norm, the answer to that would be no. Some will, though. Dale K. Graham Veterans Foundation does. Okay, Nathaniel McKinney, we have reviewed your records and they suggest you may be entitled to an additional benefit. Yeah, that means that it sounds like the VA wants you to submit for IBS. Now, I'm saying that based on this one comment alone, but that's what it sounds like. Okay. Samuel Hooten. Can you claim a bad hip secondary to degenerative back disease? I've been denied 2 times now, and I am now having full hip replacement next month. Hip secondary to back. Yes, you can claim it. The question is, does your back lead to your hip conditions? All right. What does your evidence suggest? Do you even have evidence that suggests that? Go get the evidence that suggests that makes the suggestion. I'm going to assume you have the current diagnosis. So you have that piece. What you need is the nexus linking that secondary to your back. Luke, any newer info for timeline or proposed mental health changes? Nope. Nope. Joe Long says, I've been pending appeal since September 21. I'm in Florida. I called and was told it's in the decision stage. If I do, some intends to file for other conditions. What is delay? No, it will not. Nikki H. Because of this community, we found out about VR&E, and my husband has his full interview for it next week. Awesome, Nikki. That's great. VR&E can be game changer. One of my friends, my real life friend, he was on GI Bill, and then I told him about VR&E. He used VR&E, and then the VA reinstated his entire full GI Bill. So now he'll be able to go to grad school, potentially his PhD, for whatever. Tap, when's the next CivDiv team meeting? I'm on MST and couldn't make it yesterday. No worries. I'm going to have another one. I just don't know when. But we will have another one. Okay, MacArthur, can VA change condition of what you file or claim? Yes. Yes, they can. Mr. Get It On says, question for you. How does it feel to help veterans make an impact on their lives? That's a good question, man. It feels good. It feels it's fulfilling. I will never, mark my words, I will never quit my real job, which is working for the federal government, which is great. Because I think if this turned into a job, I would hate it. Right? I like doing this on the side. It's fulfilling, man. It's good to actually make change. Good question. I guess that's not a good answer, but that's what I got. Chris, I'm 30% and soon to start drawing retirement from the National Guard, and now I am told that I'll not be able to draw both. That's correct, brother. You need 50%. 50% for CRDP, I think it's called. But yeah, you really need to look at yourself. What conditions can you file for that are evidence-based claims to be service-connected? From Washington here. Awesome. Thank you, Gray Smith. Appreciate that. Harley Joe. Hey, Clay, you're a blessing. Thank you. TDIU, catching hell in California, trying to make ends meet. Any suggestions? Yeah, that sucks. It depends on where you live. TDIU is worth a lot. Like if you lived where I was from, which is BFE, Kentucky, TDIU would be amazing. If you take that same person, same IU, and go to LA, probably not so much. So you might want to consider moving. I mean, I know that's a big task to consider, but okay, we got some member chats below. Let me get to these real quick. Chris Cunanan. Chris, I'm just going to say Chris. Hello, what's up? Going through BDD, what carries more weight, STRs or CMP exams? Yeah, so BDD, here's my advice. I'll answer your question, okay? It's both. BD, everything you see on VA disability about people complaining about Nexus, about DBQs, about having the evidence, all this other stuff does not apply to those in BDD program. That's the beauty of the BDD, especially if you have evidence in your service treatment records. If you're diagnosed by the CMP examiner, you're good to go. Okay. BDD is awesome. It is awesome. All right. All right. Anu, you awakened. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate that. Says, does the acronym APL mean Assessment of Permanent and Total Disability? It's a note in my DBQ update. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not know. It would be weird to see that in a DBQ because CMP examiners, APL means Advanced Practice Level. Okay. Let's get back to chats. All right. Cadillac Coupe DeVille. Love your channel. I love you. Thank you. Says, going to see my VSO next week. He has access to VBMS. Says he can't let me have a copy. Seemed weird. I wonder if he will let me take a picture. He's correct. Okay. He's correct. If you can't take a picture or have a printout, ask just to see it, right? Saying, hey, I assume you mean your CMP exam results. Ask to see it, or ask if the exam was favorable. If they say it's favorable, that means you have an at least as likely as not. SMCS household, yeah. This was awarded without me filing a claim. That's how it's supposed to be. My guess was it was triggered 100%. Yep. Yeah, exactly what you just said here is how the VA considers housebound. It's 100%, and there's a 60% piece to that too. Rebecca, question: if your PCP is writing a Nexus letter, can it include summarize the findings of other specialists? Absolutely. So it should. Okay. The only thing that creates the Nexus is evidence. The Nexus letter provider can't just say, this veteran is at least as likely as not, or this condition is at least as likely as not connected to that. They can't just say that. They can't just say that and then put articles in there. They have to state the evidence, right? And so you would expect to have your other findings from whoever else within that. Greetings, sir. Anything on vets' lost records? Nope. Outside of the fire, which there's a piece of legislation on I don't think it's passed yet, not that I can remember. But as far as that, no, not yet. Chick-fil-A sweet tea. Only sweet tea you can find in Northern Virginia. All right, how do I get around the VA HLR not calling me when I requested an informal call? They just put a duty to assist error for a different mental health. It was sent back and they did an ace. You're long gone. Okay? You're long gone for that. Grace Smith denied for mental, so I'm just about to start sessions. Can I file for mental behavioral health conditions once diagnosed? Depends on why you were denied. What's your evidence in service that led to your mental health condition? What does your favorable finding say? Obviously, you don't have a current diagnosis. Got that. Does your favorable finding say that you have complaints in service? Awesome videos. Keep up the good work. Greetings from San Antonio. It's hot there. I've been there a few times, and it is hot. Jose Melendez. Let's check chat real quick. Okay. I've been listening and watching your videos for a while now, really educating myself on many different aspects. You're so helpful. Thank you, Jose. Appreciate that. Stay safe, Greg. What's the foundation? I assume you mean Dale K. Graham Veterans Foundation. I'll just go ahead and link their website. I used to do some stuff with them. I don't anymore. But they are an accredited VSO, so I'll link that below for you. Are most mental health ratings static? I wouldn't say that at all. There's actually for instance, like active duty service members that claim mental health. I want to say PTSD specifically, but I think it's broader than that. If 50% or above, they will have another reevaluation for that. And generally speaking, disabilities themselves aren't static. Okay, there are some that are, obviously, like amputations. A lot of musculoskeletal conditions are going to be static. Like degenerative disc disease, that's not going to get any better. Okay, But like, it's not a, oop, you have anxiety, boom, static 100% of the time. It doesn't work like that at all. All right, Jacob Bays. Hey, Clay, do you know anything about using MUCMI in a claim? Yeah, so you don't use MUCMIs. The VA adjudication process will deal with that, okay? And so if you do rate an MUCMI, one, there's an opinion associated with that, okay? So for instance, irritable bowel syndrome. You would still need an opinion. So MUCMIs are not presumptive, so to speak. Okay. Daniel Hayes, possibility for GERD and IBS to be rated separately. Yes, they will. They will. It's not even that's not a question anymore. They will. They will be rated separately. Greg says, click the like button, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications to support Sharma's Crowns here. Thank you very much. All right. I would appreciate that. If you like the new logo, let me know. I think it's awesome. Okay, Buckeye. I'm going to have to update my shirts, right? Got to get new shirts, new hats, and I'll probably do some drop shipping so I can actually sell them. If you do want shirts, if you do want this one, though, it's good quality, okay? Send me an email. Hi, Clay. Does me being diagnosed by MP for migraines and IBS matter? It does absolutely matter. Yeah, no, I mean, you have the diagnosis, okay? You have it. That's one of the big three. You still need the others, the in-service event, and those two become the foundation for the Nexus. B-Book got to run. Just wanted to jump on and say CivDiv has helped me a great deal. He's a lot of help to many people. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you very much. Good night, B-Book. Take care. When are you going to dip your toe into the political arena? Never. Never. I just posted a video today that is super political, and I said I wasn't going to discuss my political affiliation, which I end up doing anyways. I don't know why. But it's weird because I've worked for the government and the Marine Corps my entire adult life, and then from there went to government contracting, and then from there I'm now a federal employee, and I am not a big fan of politics at all. At all, okay? At all. Plus, I don't think anyone, the VA committee in Congress does not want a YouTuber to speak to them. That I can assure you. Just hit prep for notification today. Patiently waiting to see if a sleep apnea got approved, and I'll be 100%. Appreciate your videos. Awesome. Thank you. Wishing you the best. Hit the like button. Don't forget to share. Thank you. I filed a new claim for GERD before the date. I realized the doctor notes did not have the diagnosis listed. If denied, and I put it with supplemental, okay, hold on. Filed a claim for GERD before May 19. If you're denied, yes, nuclear. The answer is yes. Okay, we have some member chat somewhere. All right, I will definitely send you an email for a t-shirt. Thank you, Kellyan. TheCivDiv at gmail.com. Actually, you know what? I just made a new email. I'm going to put it in the chat. I don't even know if it works. But if you want to, someone send me an email to this so I know it works. I just made it. Brand new. Hopefully it works. Okay. Mr. Get On It. Oh, thanks. Thanks, brother. That was good. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. I hope that helped. USMC Big B, Simplify. Thank you for all you, Clay, for all you do. Thank you. 01, Chris, I'm 100% PNT, TDI. I feel like I should yell when I'm reading this one. TDIU and have business and certs for personal employment. Is that protected? No, right? So you can't create an LLC or an S corp and then pay yourself a small wage. You can still work, but you're still capped. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was reading something else. Passive income. You're safe. Not passive, you're not safe. Donovan Shaw, the VSO I filed with no longer works there. Is there a way I can check on my claim to make sure it was filed? Yeah, go to va.gov. You can see all your claims, all your active claims right now, where they're at. You can use VA, the claim tracker tool. If you haven't used the claim tracker tool, that's an option. Andrews Luna, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Says, hey, Clay, you're awesome. Thank you for everything. Thank you. Thank you. Kellyanne, thank you for being a member. Says, I was big into politics when I was in high school and started into poli-sci in college. Decided it was not for me based on the effectiveness I saw at the state level. Yeah, it's not. I share my opinions on YouTube and people hate me for it. I have zero intentions on ever getting into politics. I'll tell you that just from YouTube alone. Okay. The amount of hate mail in my email is absolutely insane. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Okay. Terrence Tolliver, please. The DBQ Nexus letter was the Dell. Oh, yeah, Terrence. I'll put the link in the chat again, just in case you missed it. That is an accredited VSO, okay? Accredited VSO, and they have their network just like a claims company would. There is no affiliation between them, though, of saying, hey, you might want to consider a Nexus or a DBQ. They're Oklahoma-based, but they will help you from the comfort of your couch. All right, Logan. Okay, Logan says, would it be better to file sleep apnea as direct with a personal statement, nothing in STRs, or to file it secondary? Sleep apnea is one of those ones that unless you have some toxic exposure that would lead to sleep apnea, direct probably without a diagnosis, direct is probably not going to be in your favor. A personal statement is okay, especially for sleep apnea. Now, when you look at secondary to tinnitus, which I have seen 2 times, I have seen a ton of denials, okay, for that. So if you have the evidence, go for it. I don't want to tell you no. But what I do want to tell you is you are battling an uphill battle. So you need to make sure that your evidence is solid as you can make it to submit that claim. Do your intent to file. You have a year to gather that. Make sure you have everything that you need. All right. We have a member chat somewhere. Hey, Clay, God bless. Thank you very much. Same to you. Appreciate that. And Kellyanne says, I believe you see it all the time in other areas. Yeah. Wild, dude. Wild. Okay. Omar says, hey, Chris. What's up? My name's Clay. Thanks for your time. While not knowing for a while the full extent of benefits the VA can offer, I've missed out on so many of them until watching great individuals like you. My question is, thank you. Okay. Would it be smart to file multiple claims at once or spread them out? This is the age-old question, okay? I don't know why this comes up all the time. Here's the answer. I want everyone to listen to my answer, okay? You have the intent to file. You have 1 year, a whole year for the intent to file before it expires. So, for instance, right now, what's today's date? It is May 21st. If you do an intent to file right now, you have till May 20th of 2025, i.e. 1 year. You have a whole year to gather the evidence. Okay? 12 months. gather the evidence, submit every single claim you can that's evidence-based within that same intent to file, okay? So to answer your question, would it be smart to file multiple claims at once, or should you spread them out? The answer is you file the claims you have evidence for, okay? In the weird situation where you're at your 11th month mark for some reason, maybe you procrastinated, whatever, and you have evidence for some, but not all, I would still recommend you submit all those claims. All expected a denial over here, but at least you preserve your effective date. For back pay, you're going to probably have to do a supplemental claim, but that's the answer to the question, okay? There's no reason to submit this here and then this here and then 3 months later submit that there. That's long gone, okay? Submit evidence-based claims. Wherever source this is coming from, because I hear it all the time, it's absolutely baloney, okay? All right, I'll get off that high horse. Susan Roberts says, I missed your response to the previous question about VSOs and DBQs. Nexus letter, will the VSO submit the Nexus and DBQ if I provide it to them? They absolutely will, okay? Absolutely will. You can also submit it yourself using Quick Submit. I'll go ahead and link a video for Quick Submit down below. Let me just go to my playlist real quick. Quick Submit allows you to submit your own evidence if for some reason, for whatever reason, you're not using a VSO or they didn't upload your evidence, you can do it yourself. And it is, if you can upload a picture to Facebook, you can submit evidence. It's extremely easy. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Rebecca says, yes, and the specialist documentation would be included. Yep, Rebecca. Awesome. Grace Smith says, great. Thank you. Thank you. Sid Laws says, how do I link substance abuse to PTSD? Currently at 70%. Same. Okay. Same. So for instance, your rating would read PTSD with substance abuse disorder. And it's the same symptoms. So you're already at 70%, unless that would push you to 100 for mental health. I wouldn't even sweat it. Timothy says, hey, chat. Brian says, I have back spasms in my service treatment records. However, my back range of motion loss claim was denied. Any advice? Yeah, what's your favorable findings say? Right? I assume you don't have a current diagnosis. That's my assumption based on this one comment. So I want to know what your favorable findings say. Can I link having gallbladder removal to opioid addiction? You can link anything to anything. The evidence or the question is, what's your evidence suggest? Can you explain the least likely statement? Is that favorable? No. So less likely is not means no. Okay. Let's start from the beginning. Bruce Wild, I'll get to you in a second. Thank you very much. There's 5 statements of burden of proof for VA disability purposes. You have not due to, which is no. And then you have, actually, you know what? Hold on. I happen to have a PowerPoint that shows this in a super easy Barney style way, and I'm going to pull it up. Hopefully it works. Can remove that. Did it work? Present, share screen. Hold on, we're getting there. We're gonna get there. We're already down on this train, so we are going. Okay, boom. All right, let me go to the slide deck. That's not what I want. So if you don't know, this is a whole video I do on this. There we go. You have not due to and less likely than not. That is a no. That's not service connected. Okay. And then you have service connected, which is at least as likely, more than likely, or due to. And you can see the percentages there. And generally speaking, you will never see these two, and the VA will generally deal in these. Okay. So I hope that answers your holy baloney. I hope that answers your question. Also, side note, if you don't know, I've had a stuttering problem my entire life, and it sucks. Okay. I'm going to link that course below so you can check it out. There. Okay. Now let's get to the big mamma jamma of the day. Holy baloney, Bruce Paris. I don't even know what to say, man. Thank you. This always makes me feel super freaking weird. But you have my full attention, brother. I'm going to answer whatever questions you have, okay? Hi, I put in for back injury. VA denied me. HLR denied me. Recently, archive records found my medical records proving I did have injured my back. Also, my private doctor has been treating me. Should I appeal? So, Bruce, you injured your back in 1989. Do me a solid, and this is just for you, Bruce, okay? This is just for you, Bruce. I would like to see the decision letter, okay? Email me at civdivonline.com. Email me your decision letter, both of them, for the original denial and the HLR, because I can't answer this question without seeing it. I'm going to make an assumption. So I'm still going to give you an answer. I want to make sure I give you the right answer. But to do that, I at minimum need to see your decision letter. And I need both of them, okay? Your original and your HLR. I'm going to assume it was for one of two reasons. One, current diagnosis, or two, chronicity of symptoms, right? Some people will say chronicity of care. It's really the chronicity of symptoms. And so, especially from 89, you said? Yeah, so if you have records back from 89, I'm going to assume chronicity of symptoms or current diagnosis. But if the denial says you don't have the in-service events, that's a pretty clear supplemental claim there with the evidence that you did find. But if it's the chronicity of symptoms, you're really going to have to dig deep and look at personal statements and over the counter. Maybe you saw private, your private physician for whatever reason. Okay. So that's really the answer, but I can't give you a solid answer until I see your decision letter. But thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Okay. Let's get back to Kevin. Kevin Harden says, good morning from the Philippines. I love the Philippines. Been there a few times. Great. What's your advice for claiming IU? I haven't worked in 5 years due to pain and pain meds rated at 90, 57 years old. Yeah, submit for IU. Absolutely. Right? I'm going to assume that you would rate IU at 90%, so go for it. What's my advice? You're going to have to show how your disabilities prevent you from gainful employment, right? But based on this one comment alone, it seems like you have the evidence. All right. Chalkius, thank you for being a member. I appreciate that. And the donation. Rated 70% anxiety with insomnia, experiencing frequent urination issues due to psych meds. I told doctor and send private records. Do I need a Nexus? Yes, you do. But for something like this with medication, I would just submit the claim with your private records. Okay. Hold on. Submit the claim with the private records. Easy. I need to change my battery. What a loser. Battery's going dead while he's streaming. Okay, I'm a loser, baby. So I don't. Yes, I know. Sorry. Okay. I'm sure everyone's saying really nice things right now. Let's continue answering questions. All right. Sid says, anything I can do for anthrax vaccine and gastro issues? Denied gallbladder removal. Yeah. So I'll answer your question with a general one because it's so many nuances and context to this. Any condition that stems from service, I don't care what it is. Any condition that stems from service, right, outside of presumptives, you can submit a disability claim for, period. Now, how to be service connected for that claim is the in-service event, which is evidence from service, the current diagnosis, and those two become the foundation for the net nexus. So I don't care if it's for an anthrax vaccine, you need a diagnosis. Anthrax vaccine, not a diagnosis, okay? I know that's a general answer, Sid, but that is there's only one answer to be service connected, and it's the big three: in-service event, current diagnosis, and the nexus. All right. Make sure I didn't miss any member chats there. Okay, we're good. We're golden. When I go to CMP exam for mental health things to take, one list of meds I'm on, and I'm at 50%, and 70 can try for TDIU. I'm trying to decipher this, okay? I assume you mean you have an increase going on right now, and you're aiming for TDIU. The answer would be yes. I don't know if I'm reading that. Okay. The jet breaker, IBS, GERD, and hemorrhoids are not pyramiding, but if using the old systems, will these be pyramiding? IBS, GERD, yes. Hemorrhoids, no. Old system, new system, 3 separate ratings. Nice new logo. Who created it for you? Fiverr. So probably some dude from Pakistan or India or somewhere like that. I've asked for veteran graphic design artists before, and no one said anything. I actually did find one last week. So if you have a skill of that nature, let me know. I would gladly support veteran, local business versus literally anyone else. Yep. Awesome. Thanks, Craig. Okay. With your video help, I was able to get my mother her benefits after my father passed. And I forgot to do something. I'll answer this question first. After my father passed, he was a 23-year Marine Corps. Mother awarded monthly checks. Awesome. It sucks to hear the situation, but I'm glad that you went for what your family's entitled to. Good. So good on you. Good on you. And I forgot to do something. Again, I did this yesterday too. So annoying. Okay. All right. Let me look at some. All right. First off, Sid, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Do I need a Nexus letter to file submittal for a claim that was coded wrong, or can I just write a statement asking them to look at it again? Can you add some context to what you mean by coded wrong? Okay. Can you file a supplemental claim? The answer is yes. You need new and relevant evidence. What you're describing, I'm going to assume it seems like a higher level review. That's within 1 year. So either option would work, right? Do you need a Nexus letter for supplemental? The answer is no. Could it help your case? Maybe. Depends on why you were denied. And in most situations, a Nexus is going to be clutch. Okay? That assumes you have the evidence to make the Nexus in the first place. All right. Dennis M., thank you for being a member. I appreciate that. I always answer member chats. And then I will be doing some member lives here at some point. So thank you. All right. Tracy Ann, thank you for being a member. I have a diagnosis of overreactive bladder connected for DDD and depression. I don't have a Nexus. Is it possible to use medical journals with obesity? Absolutely. Absolutely, it is. Depression and back, especially if your back is severe, right? Like a 40% rating for back, you absolutely have a pathway to secondary service connection. Terrence Tolliver with 5 memberships. Dude, thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that. We got Nuclear Chicken, Authentic Success, David B, Rocky Heidi, and JTW. Thank you very much, man. Is there a VSO close to Alexandria, Virginia? Richmond's this little. Absolutely. There's VSOs in Quantico. There are VSOs up here as well in Alexandria and Arlington. Let me just. I should know because this is where I live. OGC VA accreditation. Let me share my screen so you see what I see. Do you see what? All right. Boom. OGC VA accreditation. Let's pop up here. And I need to. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I hit the X button. Okay, here we go. Let me take this comment off so we can see. VSO rep, last name, first name, city. Alexandria. Postal code, there we go. Search. Oh, that sucks. Okay, let's look at Arlington. Virginia. No. Boom. Here's Arlington. So there's ones in Arlington. Did I mess that one up? There's Alexandria. Okay. I must have messed it up. Chose something wrong. But here is... Nope, that's all Arlington. Maybe I'm an idiot. There we go. Okay. I definitely messed it up. Here's your Alexandria VSOs. I don't know how I messed it up. But here you go. Right. So let's just click this dude. Blinded Veterans Association. They're in DC. That sucks. Alexandria Fleet Reserve. Boom. There we go. Okay. Enough of that. So yes, Robert. I will get to everyone here in a second. Clay, thanks for the ChatGPT tip. It was great help. Thank you, Mark. Definitely appreciate that. Live life HLR for risk condition. Denial is for Nexus. No continuity of care. Great example. How would I argue continuity of symptoms when there was a large time between inserts vent? Just drop it. Yeah, so this is probably the hardest denial to combat, okay? A statement would be solid. Lay statement would also be solid for whatever symptoms you're talking about. Okay, let's scroll down and then we'll get back to some questions. Jeffrey Thom says, for BDD, when submitting claims, will the issues be considered radiculopathy, left side of face, numbness? Everything you claim is going to be considered. Okay, so if you're in a BDD claim, submit for everything. Okay, everything that you would be entitled to, submit. Don't leave anything to chance. Tyler, thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that. All right. Is it normal to come under more scrutiny when you're approaching 100%? No, the VA process is the VA's process. I'm at 90, filed for migraines and cervical strains secondary to cervical-connected back injury, and the rater used that exam to reduce my thoracic injury. Yep, and that sucks, okay? So I'm going to assume you're rated on range of motion. You could do a high-level review for that. You could do a supplemental for that to get your lower back, lower back, back to what it was rated for before. We have size 4X on your new t-shirts. My new t-shirts, I will have 4X, 3X, 2X, and large. No mediums and no smalls. Okay, Chris Ballard, thank you very much. And then after this, we'll go back up to the top. BDD claim, 13 years, treatment and diagnosis of bilateral plantars. Today I filed I had an MRI on my ankles and joints, foot. MRI didn't show signs of fasciitis. Do I still have a claim? Yeah, you still have a claim. Okay. Heel pain, you still have the claim. Okay. Let's get back to answering questions. I hope everyone saw the OGC accreditation search. Just got to play with it a bit. All right, Chris. Hi, Clay. I have tinnitus and Meniere's, which I have been prescribed anxiety meds because of the effects of these two. Can I claim anxiety? Yes. Yes, you can. Earl Hinkle. For the GERD to be rated separately, if currently rated for IBS, do you need to submit current evidence? You need to you're already service connected, right? So that's out the window. You need to file an increase. Once you do that, the VA is going to look at the new criteria, which you want to be on top of what that looks like before you pull the trigger on that, okay? And I will link a video going into how both of those are rated and when you should and should not consider separating them. GERD, IBS, BAMSIS. Okay. Everyone watching, push the like button. Yes, thank you. If you get value from this, push the like button. I would definitely appreciate it. Helps the channel out. It helps veterans. It helps more veterans get help. What time is it? 6:20. Okay. We'll probably go till about 7. Can I use VR&E at the same time my wife uses my post 9/11 GI Bill? Yes. 2 different people. Re-medical good or bad? If you're not tracking, there's a lot of drama between VFW, the dude I just interviewed, okay? Patrick Murray, and who's the VFW's national legislative director. VFW had called out Veteran with a Sign from Instagram about Remedical. Remedical sponsors ads through Veteran with a Sign, right? And huge YouTube veteran creators that have like millions of subscribers. Me, I'm a nobody. These dudes, millions of subscribers. Start going in on the VFW, right? But to answer your question, is Remedical good or bad? They're private Nexus, private DBQ. There's nothing wrong with Nexus letters and DBQs. I personally recommend them in appeals only. That's me. You can do whatever you want. They have an initial claim service, right? So if you were to separate it in two, I would say this good, this bad. That's my opinion. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of the deal. Chris, file for depression, VA asking PTSD stressor. Do I have to respond? Yes, you do. Right? If the VA is looking at PTSD, it's because of your evidence, and you need to just do whatever the VFW or the VA tells you to do. All right. Dennis M., thank you for being a member, says, will you explain asthma, sleep apnea, COPD, sinusitis, rhinitis? Which will I lose being awarded sleep apnea? COPD and asthma, sleep apnea, and bronchitis are all one. Okay. There is a CFR code where you could rate a higher rating for sleep apnea and asthma. It's very uncommon, but those will be together. Sinusitis is its own, and rhinitis is its own. So out of the ones you have here, asthma, sleep apnea, COPD, that's one rating. Sinusitis is another, and then rhinitis is another. There's a total of 3 ratings there. Thanks. I'm about to go to 90% via YouTube University. Thank you. Right? There are some good, all the YouTubers that we all talk about the same stuff. Okay? We all have our own styles. And so generally speaking, everything you see on YouTube is good. Is there some bad stuff? Absolutely. Like someone selling you a Nexus letter template, stupid. Okay. But if you can sift through that, there's some good stuff. Even on that particular channel, they have good stuff too. All right. With the new digestive system change, if I did my exam under the old criteria, but it wasn't sent out to the new criteria, both. And the VA will take the higher of the ratings. Philip says, hi, Clay. In VA update, I see exam rework. What does this mean? It means the VA is working on your exam. And for anyone who's checking your claim, I would just stop doing that because it's only going to give you a headache. Bruce Paris, we got you. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. All right, Ben Combs. If my decision letter doesn't have static on it or re-exam, does that mean I will not be re-examined? Yes. Okay, let me actually go to my new email and see if it works. And if it does, I'm going to answer Bruce's question. Okay, my email does work. But I haven't gotten an email from Bruce yet. Okay. All right. Lori, I got a question. Migraine started about a year after I got out in 2010, just past the 1-year window, but they were not as often as they have been since I had my surgery. I don't know what the question is. I assume you want to claim migraines. If that's the case, I guess you have the current diagnosis. If you have evidence from service, submit the claim. Rebecca Sanford, thank you very much for being a member, Rebecca. I always see you in the live chats. Appreciate that. And Bruce Paris, I see your chat below. I'll get to that too. All right. HIPAA law allows doctors and imagery, X-ray, MRAs to be deleted, shredded with 7 to 10 years. How does vet prove its treatment when the medical evidence has been shredded? That sucks, especially if it's private records. Okay, that sucks. But in that instance, you could do a personal statement describing that exact thing, saying, here's where I got my treatment from. You could even have, if you had a bill from the MRI, that would be solid evidence to say, hey, I did get an MRI, but the results just aren't there. I was being seen continuously. I did have symptoms continuously. That, Bruce, would be solid evidence to show continuity of symptoms. Even if it was a bill for an MRI for private, if you don't have the MRI results because they've been deleted, you can at least say, with evidence, by the way, I was seeking treatment. Okay, I just don't have those records. Rebecca, thank you. Boom, appreciate that. Got it. Yep. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate that. MUCMIs are always, I hate them, be honest with you. All right. Okay. Ciao. Filed a claim April 23. They did the CMP exam without me and provided a negative opinion. They scheduled me for an in-person exam February 24. And now they're scheduling me for another medical opinion. Yep. This is the CMP exam process that I cannot stand, and I hate it. If anything needs to be reworked, it is C&P exams. 1,000%. And I will die. That's a hill that I will die on. All right. Gus Cabo says VA claims, VSO used Terra. Forms for back claims was denied. That doesn't even make sense. Have you heard of this? Getting a Nexus letter and buddy statements for supplemental. Whatever your denial is for, you need to look at your favorable findings. Okay. And from your favorable findings, it guides you as to which appeal you're going to do next. Higher level review, it doesn't seem like it. A supplemental seems more likely, but you still need new and relevant evidence. James Shanta says, thanks, Clay. Diving into your secondary template. Awesome. Yeah. For those of you that don't know about the secondary template, I got one. All right. I have a whole template that tells you what is secondary to what. I'm going to show you what that looks like. All right. Let's go to the TheCivDivs. This is our website. It's free. If you are in the VA claim game, you need to be on this website. Okay. It's got everything you need with each body system, all this stuff. It's got, can you see that? It's got VA claim courses, templates, IMOs, DBQs, BDD claims, how-to tutorials, and home loans. But let's get back to what we want here, which is the secondary list. Look at this beautiful secondary list. Okay. It's beautiful. Let's click that. All right. You come down here. In the video, it talks about the template, and it would bring you here. And look at this. Look at this beautiful thing right here. Ankle conditions, ears, foot, feet, hypertension, knees, lumbar, migraines, mental health, all these secondaries. Okay. It's got all kinds of stuff down here. So food for thought. The resource is there. It's free. Use it. All right. I will get to that member here in a second. Thank you. HLR, I submitted a 4138 in lieu of informal conference during my appeal, stated that in 4138 enlisted the none listed medical evidence that wasn't shown in denial letter and signed and cited law. Denial was reversed. Solid. Absolutely solid. I personally recommend the informal conference, but you can do it that way as well. I'm Chill Lynn. Thank you for being a member. Welcome to the Lance Corporal team. Okay. Appreciate that. I always answer member chats. If a member makes a comment on a video, a new comment, YouTube will notify me. I always answer comments on any videos. And then here soon, I'm going to be having members only live chats because we're getting to the point where we got a lot of members. So we gotta do something. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Botanist B, thank you. Thank you for the sticker. I don't see any questions, Botanist. If you have one, please let me know. I want to answer your questions. I'm going to do a quick scroll, but there's a lot of chats on here, as you can see. All right. Live Life, thank you for being a member, says, what do you think about vets who advertise on YouTube that they have seminars? Other vets have to pay to attend. I'm not a fan, okay? So let me tell you my content plan, okay? I cover trendy policy stuff. Jay, the other creator, is going to cover like how shin splints are rated, how knees are rated, all of that stuff. And so we both run the channel. And then my whole content plan has been, okay, well, what do these people do? And can I do it for free? Which is why that's the sole reason I made this course. Okay. Let me pull it up for you. The sole purpose I made this course, Live Life, which is all the way up here. VA claim courses. This is the basic. There's going to be an intermediate and a advanced here soon. And I'm going to be doing webinars. The whole reason I did that is because it's free, right? It should be free. That's why. If you want the website, there's the website. All right, let me look at other member chats, make sure I didn't miss any. Okay. Botanist, thank you. Rolex, thank you very much, Rolex. I appreciate that. Diagnosed with headaches, 0%, no meds, no medical history. 2 months later, VA neuro diagnosed me with migraines and 25 sumatriptan. Wait 6 to 9 months. What I would do, okay, so you are in a really good spot. Okay. You are in botanist. Can you, there's no way I'm going to find your chat. Can you just type it again? And then I have my phone right next to me for new chats and I'll see it. So just type it again for me. Okay. Rolex. This is a super important question that I really want to answer. You're in a very, very good spot for migraines because you have the service connection. That's done. You already have the a new diagnosis from a neurologist with a prescription of sumatriptan. What you need to do, okay, and seriously, when you get headaches and migraines, not only have a migraine log. Migraine Buddy app is the most popular one that everyone uses. It's good, but you also need to make sure you're taking your medication when you have migraines and headaches. You need to refill that prescription. You need to talk to your provider about the effects of your medication. Is it working? Is it working but not enough? Do you need a higher dose? The healthcare side of the house, okay? And then I would say that was in January. I would recommend by probably August. By August, you submit that supplemental claim with all that new evidence, okay? And be prepared to do a high-level review on the supplemental. Just be prepared for it. But submit that claim with all the evidence, the migraine log, the times you've taken your medication, the times it's been refilled, and a personal statement, okay? I'm actually going to I have a whole video on everything I just explained, but way more in depth. I want to link that for you in the comments here once I pull it up, which is over here. And it is right. I guess I should have shared my screen so everyone knows how to get to it, but we're past that. Okay, here it is. Boom, boom, boom. This is for migraines. Migraine increase. Boom. Okay. Thank you, Rolex. I appreciate that. I hope that helped. All right, Cindy Card. Thank you very much for being a member. Definitely appreciate that. We have 25 more minutes on the stream left. All right, Tracy, is it true that there are VA events that do CMP exams on the spot? Yes, that's a real thing. Definitely not common, okay? But it's absolutely a real thing. I think the VA tends to do those in rural areas, obviously, because that, area, one, it's easy to handle. Two, it's not going to be, a million people lined out of the door. But yeah, Rebecca, thank you very much for being a member. LOL Clay, you're just awesome. I aspire of crown eating. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. They don't taste that good. Jamie Lee, thank you very much for being a member. I appreciate that. Botanist, I see your question. Thank you. Okay, Botanist, can you protect your current rating if you wait 5 years from your effective date to go for an increase? Okay, so let's talk about the 5, 10, 20-year rule, right? 5 years, if you have a reevaluation, it'll be between 2 and 5, right? With the exception of mental health, can be a little earlier for new veterans. Don't even dig into that. Okay, at 5 years, that's when the VA considers your income for VA disability. Your life depends on it, right? There's a life factor there. That's the 5-year rule. 10-year rule. Let's just do that. Okay, 5, 10. 10-year rule. Essentially the 5-year rule, but on steroids, because they're going to need some serious medical evidence continuously to show change. And then 20-year rule is completely protected. To answer your question, yes, you can do an increase. If your symptoms have gotten worse, do an increase. Right? Then it's M. Key to headaches is logs, med list, proof of financial loss, PTO request, all of that. Absolutely. Thank you for adding that. I misspelled migraines, but you can get over it. All right. Were your headaches direct or secondary? Thank you very much. I know you didn't ask me. Mine's direct, okay? But as far as the service connection basis goes for the percentage, it doesn't have a factor. Wayne Smith. Thank you very much for being a member. I appreciate that. And Bruce Paris, I am going to comment on this, Bruce. So it's not the veteran's role to even use that word prostrating or the veteran's healthcare team to say prostrating. Prostrating doesn't exist outside of the M21. All right, it's more of a VA adjudication term. You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to link that too, because why not? Migraine prostrating. It's an adjudication term. So I would caution anyone from even saying that word. Tolan. I don't know what the heck is happening today, but I like it. Thank you very much to everyone. Seriously. Thank you for being a member. Right? Here soon, I will be scheduling a members only live. So I don't know if I want to do the live where people can chime in voice, right? And have like a meeting. I definitely can't do that in a hotel. Maybe I'll do that when I get back home. But what Facebook? You know what? Now's a good time to talk about it. The Veterans Helping Veterans Facebook group kind of things went south because of the content I create, and they weren't down for it, and they asked me to essentially stop doing it. I said no, so I'm not a part of that group anymore. I have no hard feelings except for you a bitch. Okay. Cindy Carr, Clay, thank you. Or your information is great. Totally learning a lot. Awesome, Cindy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, let's go answer some more questions. We got 19 minutes left on the stream. Let me scroll up. I know we saved someone's question here. All right, here we go. Gus Cabo. VA claims, VSO. Oh, nope, we answered that one. Daniel Hilzebeck says 30% for sinusitis. Can I file sleep apnea secondary to that? You can. I want to know what your evidence is to suggest the connection, but yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I guess I did drop a bomb right there, so we'll go answer these questions real quick. Yeah, are you going to make your own Facebook group again? I'm not. I'm actually creating a team called TheCivDiv. That's going to do one-on-one help to veterans, right? And so right now we're aligned with a nonprofit. That company is in the registration process to become a nonprofit. And if that happens, I'll align with them. If not, we'll just do our own thing. I just had the first meeting yesterday. It went well. I have 2 people that I think are pretty solid. So sounds like it's going. All right, Rebecca, question. Is the CF codes for reactive airway disease? What CF codes are you talking about? You mean like, okay, so there's ICDs, there's International Classification for Diseases. That's your formal diagnosis codes. And that is globally. VA will have SCT codes, which is the treatment code, not necessarily a diagnosis. And then the CFR will have diagnostic codes, which is for VA rating purposes. All right, I'm chilling. I like that name. It's funny. I didn't catch that the first time. Here's my real question. Do I have to submit migraine log if my symptoms are documented in medical files? My primary. You don't have to. It's a good idea. Any evidence that supports your claim, especially for migraines on symptom severity, because the migraine DBQ is just, it's kind of ambiguous is the word I would use. But yeah, the answer is no, but I would recommend it. Kevin Harden, thank you very much for being a member. Appreciate that. Tolando says, so my VSO submitted my BDD claim early May, but when I log into va.gov, I don't see any evidence associated with it. No SCRs. Is it normal? Yes. Okay. So you should have submitted your service treatment records with that. You're not going to see them on the claim, but the VA has access to that. I assume you already gave them your DD-214 if you have one. If not, make sure you do that once you do have it. And as far as BDD claims go, you're in the waiting game. Okay. Jamie Lee, will you be putting out email, text notification for upcoming live streams? I am working on that. Okay. That's something I used to do, but I need to just get back on top of it. All right. If you hit the notification bell, sometimes YouTube sucks. Right. So I'm going to start doing that on my own. So I'm working on it. I need someone to create like a newsletter thing or something like that. That way it can register email addresses so I can like pump out, emails as I go live or something like that. Cindy Carr, question. I'm currently at 70% for mental health. I've since received a disability retirement from my federal government job. My VA doctors wrote detailed letters. Is this enough for an MH increase? Increase for 100%? You're really going to want to make sure that your evidence really shows the need for 100%, which is very uncommon for mental health. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying you really want your evidence to show that, okay? You really do. And if that's the case, then you have grounds for an increase. All right. If not, then continue to gather the evidence. Triplets dad. Thank you for being a member. I'm going to assume you have triplets. I have 4 kids. They're not triplets or twins at all. Yeah, I know your life is crazy. Nemo. I see a therapist for anxiety, but refuse meds as I do not want the side effects. Does not taking meds hurt my chances? No, it does not, right? I've been pretty open about this on multiple videos. I only take the medication I'm prescribed if I absolutely need to. That's a me thing. I would never recommend someone not take their meds, but that's your decision. So if you decide that's not for you, that's totally okay, right? Be open with your healthcare team, but it's absolutely okay. All right, we got 14 more minutes. I want to make sure we answer some questions here. Let's get back to the top. I got to find where we were at. Okay, here we are. Richard, should I file sleep apnea and fibro separate? I'm just worried they will lump them together. No. Yes. Hold on. File the claims. No, they will not lump them together. Thank you. Ooh, good point, Greg. Good point. VA claims VSO use toxic exposure. We already answered that one. Don't copy and paste, please. No budget, Charlie. I put an intent to file January 24. I will soon be filing for sleep apnea. If I file after the requirements change, will I be rated on the new requirements? There are no new requirements. I know they're proposed, but the answer is there are no new requirements. So there is no answer, okay? There are no new requirements. Got rated 100% P&T. Thanks for your videos. David, thank you very much. And that's, at the end of the day, this is why the whole channel started in the first place, okay? The entire channel started because of that reason right there. Thank you. Appreciate that. RC says submitted for TDIU. They kept asking me for but the employer from 5 years ago is no longer a company. It's okay. It's fine. It's almost been a year since that process. I start making some calls. All right. Nuclear Chicken, a hilarious name. If I file a new claim for direct connection and it is denied, but it may be able to get done as secondary. Can you do that? Yes, you can, and it would be a supplemental, which means you need to file new and relevant evidence. But yes, it would be a supplemental. All right. Down. Okay, we are here. Sorry, Clay had autocorrect on my question. Oh, no sweat. Kevin Harden says, hello, Clay. Follow up on the IU claim, 5 back surgeries and 4 brain surgeries, 90%, 57 years old. Yeah, submit for TDIU, right? Look at the form. I'll just go ahead and link it for. I will link it for you. But submit it. I want to go to this is what I want. Oh. Okay. Let's go answer more questions. We got about 10 minutes left. I'm going. Here I am. David Jenkins, C&P for mental health on Wednesday, currently at 30%. Just got 5150'd and spent a week in David Grant mental health ward for a week, followed by 6 group, ton of meds. It sounds like, just based on that, it sounds like you're going to have an increase. Right? Terrence Tolliver, thank you for being a member. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Thank you. And I just lost my spot again. Okay, Sean, are secondary claims filed in the same manner as primary claims? If you're doing it online, you will just hit the secondary button. If you're doing it on a 526, you will just annotate the secondary. It's different form, use, VA, look at. Yeah, exactly what I just said. Okay. If you're doing it online, and I'm all about linking videos today, so let's just hop on that train or stay on that train. Here's how you file a secondary online. It's pretty stupid easy. All right. I was told to separate mental health claims from the other claims because they have a different routing process. I'm not saying you're stupid, Jetbreaker. Whoever told you that is an idiot. Okay? They're either an idiot or they are completely ignorant and they're giving advice, which would make them an idiot. Will Robinson, I have a claim waiting for further review. Can I file another claim? Yes. Any news on PTSD changes? No. How to get 100 for MH? That is a stupid question. Chris Ballard, still in service preparing my BDD for retirement. I have 13 years of documented issues with bilateral. We answered this one. Nice hotel room. Thank you. I appreciate that. My house is flooded. That's why I'm here. Okay? That's why I'm here. Gus, you are in timeout. Timeout. Is there a way to see what the VSO submitted? Yeah, va.gov. Okay, let me scroll down to some member chats and then we'll go back up. Is it ever a bad idea to bring all relevant medical evidence and notes to a C&P exam? I'm not going to say it's a bad idea. It's not a good idea either. Ideally, you've contacted the company and uploaded your evidence to the company, right? They have avenues to do that. that would be preferred because the CMP examiner is not they are not obligated. CMP examiners do not have to look at the evidence that you bring. I don't care what it is. They don't have to. There's a personality issue with that. If you are paid at 100% P&T, should you continue to file claims to help with qualifying for aid in attendance? If SMCs are in the realm of possibility, then I would say yes. If not, then I would say no. Right? In fact, SMCs would be the only reason I would go against the grain there. All right. We answered that one. Yes, it can. So service connected, denied, file supplemental claim with new evidence. Within the 1 year to retain effective date, and after the 1 year, it has to be a supplemental or the board. Within 1 year, it can be an HLR. Another new member, Gregory Lingo. I'm just going to say Greg. Old Greg here. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Seriously. Thank you for being a member. Be on the lookout for a members live stream. Okay. I'm going to start doing that. I think we're at that point now. Dash. I submitted 2 claims at a time, and one was a queue. Both were closed out, and one was never looked at. What should I do? There's some context missing here. Okay, something's going on here. Depends. Right. So, an example. Let's say you filed for depression and insomnia. 2 different claims, but they're the same. All right, Sky Shooter, service connected, filed with new and relevant info provided. Can the VA send me back to a CMP exam for the conditions claim and supplemental claim? Yes, they can. Right? They absolutely can. B. Marcus, so your initial claim takes your intent to file, even if they filed 3 days apart? Yeah, it's a question, sorry. So your initial claim takes your intent to file. So if you submit claims within 3 days apart, the VA will just lump them into one. It's not a big sweat. Bob, I was aboard the USS Orion and became a PPD convetor. I have TB and it's WOS. Okay. Will any changes to my claim status get me sent an email so I can stop being stupid and checking every day? I don't understand your question. I wouldn't check it every day. But when your claim's decided, you will get mail. ChatGPT tip. Yeah, I'll just link that video for you. And I have 3 minutes left. Okay. Let me link the ChatGPT video for you. It's a tool. It's not the end all be all tools. Okay. But it is a tool that can help you. I need to find it. All right, here it is. I don't think I did it right. Copy, paste, BAMSIS. Okay. things to take to. Okay, we got that one. Don't forget to sign up for American Legion, Sons of American Legion. Yeah, if that's the VSO you want to support, absolutely. Okay. I'm actually not a member of a VSO. I will be going to the VFW here soon. I just haven't done it yet. No. Ron Swanson is the only answer. Claiming BDD just 3 months prior to ETS is too soon. May that affect the claim? Nope. Just submit the BDD claim. Hey, Clay, just overlooked my decision letter and it says back. Oh, we answered that one. Chuck says, I have degenerative bone disease in my back. I have a 10% approved since 89. My back is definitely getting worse with very little exertion. Do I just start at my VSO to get a reevaluation? Submit the increase. Super easy. You can do that through a VSO, right? You can also go to online or va.gov online and submit the increase. Extremely easy. But yes, you can. Jimmy Smith just got awarded 7% on my own after 28 years just by watching your channel. Awesome. Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate that. And that's the live stream for the day. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone who attended the live stream. I definitely appreciate it. If I didn't answer your questions, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the stuff. And obviously, the sooner you're in the streams, the sooner I answer your questions up at the top. Okay. So that's all I got. Members, stay on the lookout for member-only lives. I think we're at that point now. And other than that, thank you. I'll see you later.